You go through the results we mentioned. Rupp was 8th, obviously. Jake Riley was farther back, started off farther back, more conservative approach, and then moved up his way throughout the race. He ended up finishing 29th in 2:16, 26th. Abdi Abdirahman of the United States was their third man across the line. He finished 41st in 2:18, 27. So Rupp being the first guy across the line, did his performance surprise you a bit? And what do you think it says about the Americans' outlook moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I should say I was a little rosy on it to begin with. I mean, there's no situation where Rupp is going to be happy, one, missing the medals, but the fact that he couldn't hang with guys like, Abdi Nagy and Bashir Abdi, not to mention, Chirono, but the guys like that up front, they may have faster PBs, but in a championship race, Galen Rupp had to expect he was going to be fighting for the medals. So for him to be out of that, that's disappointing. If you told me the U.S. between the men and the women are going to get one medal in the marathon, you would take that and you would have said, "Oh, it's going to be Galen Rupp." It just so happens it was not. It was Molly Seidel. So you're always going to have some surprises, but that one was significantly so. I mean, it's in the team competition. I know Gordon Mack likes to keep track of team points when there aren't any being calculated, but Team USA got all 3 finishers across the line in this men's race. Can't say the same for Kenya and Ethiopia. So the team competition goes the way of the U.S., at least between Kenya and Ethiopia. So there's a bonus. Although I think Morocco, they may have taken it to that. I'm mostly joking. I mean, for Riley, you would have hoped he could have creeped into the top 20. He kind of looks like things maybe fell apart a little bit in the last couple miles, but that's kind of what to expect for him. And then Abdi, I mean, the guy again is like 45 years old. So for him to get 41st, I don't think is a completely horrible performance. I mean, it's not something he's going to be happy with, certainly, but it's not a abysmal race by any means for him.
Mm-hmm. So I think it's tough.
I'd give the day overall a B- for the U.S. men's team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's tough with Rupp because, as you mentioned before, it's just so deep, the marathon right now. So, and you have to make that choice at a certain point. Am I running for gold? Am I running for medals? Or am I running just to be in the mix here? Because I think it matters when you talk about covering moves and which pack you position yourself in. And he ran this race. He put his nose in there to try to make this thing work. And obviously it didn't. But I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back in the fall. We know that all the major marathons are going to be in the fall, and they're going to be split 10 different directions. So he'll have a chance to run well this fall, because if he chooses to run a marathon, because all those fall majors are going to split apart the field. You brought up MVPs before. I think it's a very interesting debate here, and you